I came from nothing. I look at bodybuilding as you become an artist, I think. To build your body beyond what the norm is.
I've overachieved what I actually thought it would, or what was possible, coming from, a small town in Massachusetts.
Went to Olympia and I got dusted. I got second to last. I was 15 out of 16 and I was like, should I quit? I was like so devastated. I remember saying to my wife at the time, am I just not good? Look, I never thought I'd be Mr. Olympia, I'll be honest. I thought that my body would only go so far.
My goal was to be a certain weight. When I started, I said I want to be 240 and I would cut it off at 240. But what I realized as I got closer to competing, the competing side pushed me to be bigger, because I figured, why stop now? Why waste the ride that I've been having? And I'm going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to take home my first Sandow trophy. I've been training for so many years. This is my
And then your concern is, okay, I never want to lose this high, right? You train every day in fear of like, okay, I need to stay ahead of everybody else because now I'm at the peak. That was the hardest part for me because I always felt the pressure of being Mr. Olympia and how people perceived that. Meaning I felt like I always needed to be presentable, I needed to have a certain amount of size, I needed to appear the next year better than before, or at least as good. And peaking the body was very difficult, but remember, you're still traveling, you're still representing the business. '08, Olympia comes and I got second. I lost the title, came in a little off, and that just pissed me off to the max, and got a whole new revamp, the whole thing.
And I just went at it.
You don't realize what you have until it's gone. I came back and won the title, probably the best title I ever won in dominating fashion, where I just walked out on stage and demolished everyone. Fear of losing was what drove me more than anything. So I think that fear is a big part of why you continue to work harder and be better.
I've been coming here, and getting second all these times, and seemed like everyone told me, you're wasting your time, you're not going to win, and I persevered and trained harder and came back every year and came back stronger, and here I am, this is the day that no one thought they'd see. I broke the trend. That's what it's all about. When I walked out on stage, and I remember days before on Hani looking at me saying, "Holy shit." I walked out on stage that night, for sure the greatest moment of my life, winning the Mr. Olympia. Came out there, I did that fucking quad stomp, and it's like the place went fucking crazy, man.